Hey guys, you might have noticed that I'm home for the weekend. See, here's my wolf border. Take that, Olivia. So I've kind of been bouncing around a lot because I ended up staying at my Aunt Carol's because she lives about like a half hour from Rutgers. And so kind of like a good thing that I went there because apparently my apartment was evacuated, so I would have had to stay in a shelter on another campus and all by myself because my roommates weren't there. But yeah, my aunt didn't have power, so it was about 50 hours that we were just sitting around playing board games, and she only had two board games, Trivial Pursuit and Scrabble. So those got old pretty fast. But now I'm back home, and it's nice to see my family again and hang out. We had my cousins staying here for a little while because Brigantine, where they're from, it was closed. They weren't allowing anyone back in. Which, I mean, like, on the one hand I understand you have to do your job, but on the other hand, they heeded the order to evacuate, and then they weren't allowed back. So I feel like that's going to encourage the people that actually heeded the order and left to not leave again, because they're going to be like, well, if I'm just going to get evacuated and not be able to go back to my home, I mean, what if you didn't have enough money to stay at a hotel, you didn't have family or friends in the area? I mean, like, all the people that actually did evacuate as they were told to do, I mean, like, Obama went to Brigantine. Like, even if you don't like the president, you could have met the president if you didn't listen to the order to evacuate. So, like, that's definitely going to teach some people not to evacuate next time, and it might be even worse, even though people are saying that this storm was like the storm of the century or whatever. Oh, and kind of like another, like, good thing besides like having like a whole week off of classes, my bio exam that's supposed to be Sunday is now moved to next week, so I have a whole nother week to study. And before I was really upset because I wasn't able to go to my grandfather's 70th birthday, and which was on Sunday at the same time as my exam, but now I can go, so that's great. So basically, I don't know, I guess my sleeping schedule is really off because of this hurricane, so I've actually been waking up like really early every day. Like, I've been waking up at like 9, 9:30, 10, which is weird for me, like, you don't even know. And so me and my mom, we made pancakes, and I helped my dad with the leaves a little bit. And then we ended up watching Switch to Birth and CSI, all of our new episodes, because we watch all of those together, and then we save them up for when I come home, and then we watch like all of them. So we watched like 5 episodes of CSI, like 4 episodes of Switch to Birth. We just finished like watching like most of them. I think we have one more episode of CSI left to go before like next week's new episode. And I don't know, I guess it kind of got me kind of interested again in like, because before I was going to read Boardwalk Empire, and then this CSI episode was all about like Las Vegas in the 1960s, 1966, where there were a whole bunch of like mobsters, Frank Sinatra, and all that kind of stuff. And I always thought that that was kind of interesting, and I bought like the book Boardwalk Empire, and I've been meaning to read it. But the whole first part of the book is about like Absecon and like the wastelands, and I was just like, oh, I don't know. But I think I definitely want to try rereading that too. Like, there's so many things that I really want to like get interested in and look into, but I don't have enough time. And then I saw Game of Thrones at Target for $6, and I'm just like, oh. So in all seriousness, like I know that this storm is much bigger than just, you know, like Christine got a week off from school and her exam got rescheduled. And I mean, while it is great to see my family and everything, I understand that there are a lot of people that are either still without power, and all those poor servicemen that have to be out there 24/7 pulling double shifts, 8-hour, back-to-back, 16-hour shifts. And I mean, I really appreciate that because I know I've worked a 20-hour shift before doing something that was much less dangerous than what they're doing, and it was hell. So basically, that is my thank you. You know what, for the rest of you guys, I'd like to hear about how you guys are doing, whether you guys had power, what you did without power, if you didn't have any, how your family's doing, any damage, and basically, I guess, how was your Halloween? Because I didn't end up doing anything at all. I don't think I even had candy, which is weird.